amplification of it happened during the regime of Narasimha Rao, our Prime Minister, from 1992 onwards for 5 years, where Dr. Manmohan Singh was his finance minister. Leader of the opposition, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, who later on became Prime Minister of the country 3 times or more, and a Bharat Ratna, he is no more, represented India. That is our culture. And that is deeply embedded in our civilizational ethos. No country in the world can claim to have that kind of civilizational history as we have. Look at our Upanishads. Look at our Vedas. Look at the enlightened discourse in Gita. And look at current Bharat. There is unity in diversity. I have seen it myself in 2 capacities. One while being Governor State of Bengal for 3 years, and now as Vice President of the country. I would therefore urge everyone who is present here, and it is not a statistical number as I told honorable members of parliament, because each of them represented a huge segment and a thought process. You all do that. I will make one appeal. 32 million Indian diaspora is a formidable demographic component. And this demographic component is highly qualified, empowered, vigilant, making the nation proud in every way. It must be reflective on several issues. No one is above criticism. No one is above scrutiny. No one is above probe. Everyone is subject to these elements if we have to register progress. But then we can't be swayed. The moment of glory for India has come. The moment of glory of India is being reflected by ground reality. The world is recognizing it. By all standards, Bharat is land of opportunity, a favored destination of investment, and amongst the large economies, even in a stressful period, fastest growing. And that is being seen on the ground. And the reason for this is affirmative governance. A new mantra was given, less government, more governance. We are in times in Bharat now where an idea is not parked. There is no parking space for an idea. If the idea is good, it has to be executed fast. And that execution is taking place with big ticket investments in infrastructure, airports, ports, and village development. Therefore, every one of you has to be 24/7 an ambassador of Bharat. A thought was indicated, do we approve everything? We don't approve everything in the family. We don't approve everything with our progeny, our children. But it has to be collaborative. It has to be cooperative. It has to be with a mindset so that things look up. There is no scope for humanity if it has to develop in a peaceful environment and bring about global order to be in a state of confrontation. The world is feeling positively rise of Bharat at the moment. It will be a positive factor for stability of the world. 75th year of independence of Bharat, Amrit Kaal, has been fully used. Every nook and corner has been sensitized. Heroes, unsung heroes of our freedom fight have been identified and honored. That has taken place. India has been rediscovered in an authentic manner. Firm foundation has been laid for what India will be in 2047, when centenary of its independence is to be celebrated. I said we are the 5th largest economy at the moment. By turn of the decade, will be 3rd. This achievement was beyond our dreams a few years ago. Credit goes to every hard-working Indian worker, farmer, and effective governmental policies. Their honest execution in transparent and accountable manner. And look at our historical perspective. In the world economy, there was a time when India's share was more than that of any other country. And that lasted for a fairly long period. We are retrieving it. We are on way to retrieving it. Our development trajectory is geometrical, unstoppable. All these factors will tell you where India is heading. Let me give you a small illustration. In space sector, look at the achievements of India. Look at ISRO. Look at what giant steps it has taken in last 12 months. Even the most developed countries in the world have utilized ISRO for putting in orbit what they thought is essential. That's a tribute. India is now a hub of manufacturing activity for the globe. That's a big change that is taking place. I would therefore appeal to all of you, in whatever manner you can contribute for growth of the nation, for rise in its reputation, and to ensure that untenable, ill-premised, unfounded, baseless narratives do not take strides in public domain. No one is against honest assessment or criticism. That will always help us march ahead and attain our goals. But unfair, malicious, pernicious orchestration is antithetical to good conscience. We must antidote it. I am extremely delighted to Vikram in particular for having facilitated this interaction, which has turned out to be one-sided. But I would grab the opportunity indicated by him and the learned parliamentarians a while ago that they are thinking of inviting me again. Vikram, I'm in the habit of accepting invitations. I came to this land for the first time in 1988, where my father was operated. A bypass surgery was conducted on him at Princess Grace Hospital by Dr. John Wright. I was here for a few days. My gracious wife was here for the entire tenure. Then I came here after I was elected to Parliament in 1989, and I became a federal minister. I came here. Then also I got in connect with most professionals and parliamentarians. I see now a big change. A big change in the mindset of everyone, first with people of Indian origin and then others. This is not a small achievement. And this was not limited only to this country. By default, I led a delegation to European Parliament. Why by default? As a junior minister, I was a deputy leader. But the leader was a keen lover of football. So I headed the delegation. And I traveled across Europe. If I am not mistaken, all the 4 capitals of the European Union. Strasbourg is one, I think Brussels is another. I might make a mistake. It was 30 years ago. And when I'm in the presence of my wife, Dr. Dhανkhar, my memory sometimes trips. But this may not be constituted as a gender-oriented reflection. So, ladies and gentlemen, young boys and girls, some of you I know, some of were connected with journalism when I was governor state of West Bengal. Who is the man from ABP here? Saha. Yes. And then we have some. You are there? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have always been telling people, fear is the greatest killer. So never have fear. Fear gives rise to stress and tension. Never have it. And if you have a dream, please don't harbor dream in your heart or in your mind. Your body is not to be a parking space for a dream. A dream is required to be executed on ground. And there is no human soul who has made big strides in life without falling. Unless, of course, you are gifted like me to be married to a gracious lady who doesn't allow you to fall any time. So, no, Vikram is equally lucky. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is brief introduction, one-sided. I promise you, and I am known to fulfill my promises, because this is the habit I picked up from the Honorable Prime Minister. Prime Minister of India never makes a promise which is not executed with the fastest of speed. And that has been done. 170 million free gas connections to needy houses. And millions of houses being made available to the poor. And lakhs of jobs being handed out in public domain. Job creations taking place, infrastructure being realized in the shortest possible time. All that is being done. So I'll keep up my promise. Only thing is, someone has to take the initiative to see that I come through.
VK News, राष्ट्र के नाम।